Matt Bernier and DRF National Handicapper Mike Watchmaker taking a look at the third and final race for this Saturday's Weekend Warrior. We go down to Churchill Downs, 7/8 of a mile on the main track, race number 9. It's the 42nd running of the Dogwood. For 3-year-old fillies, it's a $100,000 purse, and you've got a field of 14 in here. You couldn't ask for any more. You've got a number of horses that earlier this year actually ran in the Kentucky Oaks, but before we get to that, let's talk about the horse that you're interested in. That's number 13, Covenant.
It's unlike me to take a horse like Covenant in a spot like this, Matt, but I think she could be a very serious racehorse. She's only run twice in her career. She made her debut early this year at Gulfstream. Ran into Salty, who we talked about in the Cotillion video that we just did. Salty is placed in 3 Grade 1 stakes races this year. And Covenant finished a very good second after a show of early speed in her debut, and then she returned in late July at Saratoga in a straight maiden race, and it was in the slop, but she won most impressively with another strong buyer speed figure. I just think this could be a really interesting horse, a late developer. Already the 2 buyer figures that she's earned are as good, if not better, than anything anybody else in this field has ever done. You've got a favorite in this race, or the horse I believe will be the favorite, Farrell, who I think she's an accomplished filly, but I think she's somewhat vulnerable. It's unlike me to take a horse like Covenant coming off of not only a maiden win facing winners for the first time, but a maiden win in the slop, running back on what should be a fast track, because the weather forecast for Louisville is very good. It's unlike me to do this, but I think she might be a very good one.
You mentioned Farrell, the morning line favorite and likely the post-time favorite. The other 2 horses that also ran in the Kentucky Oaks are the 3 Tecalita and the 12 Jordan's Henny. Let's start with Farrell, though. She was close enough to that pace early on that just completely disintegrated, but she hasn't been seen since. And really, the only other horse that's come out of that pace scenario since, Paradise Woods, looks like she's got some issues right now. Anyway, is it because she's been gone for this long that you want to just have her prove that she can still run, or is there something else?
It's something else, Matt. I mean, the layoff doesn't necessarily bother me. I mean, and she's a 3-time Grade 2 stakes winner at the shorter middle distances, like mile and 70, mile and a 16. So I actually think the 7 furlong distance is perfect for her, especially in a comeback start. And her works have been steady and good. She was working really well up at Saratoga. I'm not at all concerned about the field she's facing or the layoff or any of that. I just don't know if she's fast enough. I mean, for all she's done, 3 Grade 2 stakes wins. Her 3 best buyers are 186, 184, and 180. Now, she's a mature filly now. She's, a late 3-year-old now. I mean, we are in September. She's eligible to run faster with maturity, but she's going to have to run faster. I mean, she's not as fast as Covenant. I mean, and, I'm a believer in speed figures, and she's going to have to run faster than she has in order to win this race. And for me, with a huge question like that looming, why would I want to take her as the favorite?
And you can echo the same thing about the 12 Jordan's Henny and the 3 Tecalita, and you can even take it a step farther and say, why after 13 starts and 9 starts respectively are they going to run faster? Do you agree with me, though, that Tecalita, this is actually the game that she's wanted all along? She ran 3rd in the test. Has she wanted to go 7/8 of a mile, 1 turn kind of all along as well?
Well, probably, but she's another filly that's going to have to run faster, and she might wind up actually running in the Charlestown Oaks. She was cross-entered in that race, and Marty McGee sent out a tweet earlier today that we're recording this Thursday morning that said that Tecalita is probably more likely to run in the Charlestown Oaks, which is a 7 furlong race like this one, but a Grade 3 race unlike this, and with a $300,000 purse, with a purse that's 3 times as big as this one. And yet I think this is the much tougher race, so I wouldn't blame Tecalita for going in that direction. There is one other filly in here I like to mention because I gave her a long look, and that's Student Body. I mean, I don't know where Student Body came up with that 94 buyer figure in her win last time out, 2 starts back at Ellis Park. It was a first level allowance race. It wasn't a particularly good field. She went out there and set a pretty quick pace, but nothing that was extraordinary given the pace that the other fractions of the other dirt races elsewhere on that card. But she drew off and won by 11 lengths and got a 94 Beyer speed figure. And this filly's had 4 starts, but she's had only 2 career starts sprinting on fast tracks, and she won them both. So I think she's just a little bit interesting at a horse if she's a big enough price here.
Race 9, Churchill Downs, Saturday afternoon, a big full field. I should say Saturday night. Scheduled post time is 10 after 11. It is the $100,000 Dogwood. The likely favorite is going to be the number 8 Farrell. Mike is going to go with the up-and-comer, the number 13 Covenant for Florent Giroux and Bill Mott. Mike, great stuff as always. Good luck this weekend, and we'll talk again next week.
Thanks, Matt.